be about to fall into the trap.
Plenty of time for IHC. Now, if they clear the apps, what is the play? We can see Annihilation is lurking towards the B bomb site. So he'll take a risk with that P250, trying to identify where the stack might be. They've got the utility and they are sending it out of the balcony. There you go. James with the discipline, going to play off of his teammates. Allowed him to walk into a crossfire if he can, and the first one goes the way of Fame. James holding angles now, finally drops us. We're looking for the impact frags here. I love the trigger discipline from James. Now the bomb is committed in that short position, and the first kill finally comes in for IHC. Despite those losses, as well, Annihilation looking towards Banana. Usual exchange of utility. Those grenades towards the CT position, though, they can really do some damage. You can see James is playing from further back for the time being. So there'll be a fight around the half wall, as IHC will try to avoid their grenades. And again, even with the performance in Katowice, they're a team with there's limited data on them for outsiders versus what they have against their normal opponents. It might be harder to find the right timing for these grenades on Banana.
Yeah, B-site hold might be tested here for outsiders. They still have some counter utility available, though. They didn't fight too hard for Banana. They let IHC use their nades. There's even another smoke at the ready, but look at IHC. The pace is so fast. Kicker not ready on the hold. And now this bomb site is wide open. Oh,
retake territory.
CT, that was scary.
Yeah, it's been collected now, though. Plenty of time. James looking for a boost on the barrels. No one there, however. And Fame is still on the A bomb site, so I don't know that they're committed to this. I think they're fishing for an opportunity for an opening. But they are moving further and further back. Again, it can be quite costly to secure a retake on the B bomb site. And the urgency at 2-0 isn't quite there. So again, outsiders like to hedge their bets and try to keep their equipment if they can. Flip may have to drop the smoke grenade to escape at some point. You can see James trying to make it expensive, and Flip will be there for support. Probably weren't expecting that, but he'll have to make his way out as well if he wants to survive. I think the money pressure is really on the CTs. Look at the confidence, though.
Another smoke for those players holding B, but the timing from IHC was just fantastic. They went just before the counter utility came. This time, outsiders want to contest for Banana more, but it's James Orp who could have had that early opportunity. IHC just making sure they don't give away anything too early, and Bartak heard that Orp drop back. He's just taken contact into top mid. No fear whatsoever.
Beautiful work. Can't be shy. If you're shy against outsiders, you die. Ooh, they've made a one-way, I think, on towards long, which Bartak is creeping around. Jeez. Oh, this is unbelievable. You can see it on the radar. It's a T-smoke grenade, and surely he's got the sound cues for James. This is the power of IHC. Outsiders are not going to be ready for this. Is anybody going to be looking towards CT? Surely not, because they're suggesting a focus towards short. Have a look at the positions here for IHC. This is fantastic. 50 seconds on the clock. How much info does he get? Oh, the smoke obscures the vision. This is unbelievable. When do you see this kind of position versus outsiders? This is going to be a painful existence for them. Look at the money. They're not going to be saving this AWP this time. You could probably line up two. There's the first one. Where is the second? Oh! There's one more. Got Flip to find on the bomb site as well. Down he goes. That's a wrap. Outsiders will be shocked about that one. Nothing is for free versus IHC.
Now that round's a wrap thanks to the big wrap from Bartak, getting all the way in behind them. I was thinking in my head, James, just don't pull a Flames. Remember that round at Katowice where Flames got behind everyone at Banana and somehow didn't get the kills? But Bartak's good. Yeah, man. Listen, it wasn't clean from Bartak. It didn't look the most composed, but he got the kills. That's all that matters.
I don't know if outsiders are going to understand what just happened there. Of course, there was a flank and risks were taken, but I could see even from the radar that the smoke had a gap, which must be on purpose. Bartak went straight through that gap with the information that he gleaned earlier on. Destroys the money. They've hunted the other guns away as well. Really nice work. James must have jumped in his seat when that happened, surely. Have a look at James. Looking for that short information with the AWP now. So not so much rotation to do. And maybe in this respect, he's being conditioned by IHC. We'll have to see how the half plays out. Force from his angle once again. Now the split could be on. Flit's going to look towards Banana as they've made a gap in their smoke as well. Oh, he's baited the shot beautifully. And look at the position from Techno. Wonderful stuff. James is being thwarted. Fame is dropped in the pit now as IHC threaten long. They threaten Banana. They threaten A. They avoid James, baiting him. Well, good timing for Score to pull the knife out. But either way, IHC have come to fight. I've seen the comments on Reddit, HLTV, etc. People thinking, oh, this is going to be a 2-0 overlooking IHC because they're unfamiliar. But are you learning? Because we certainly are. Do not take this team for granted.
I think a lot of people were scared that teams would just be researching IHC now and maybe would find them out. But outsiders are the ones that look lost right now. And that's around where I just love that in Counter-Strike, you have the ability to make those little individual outplays. You're ready for the AWP to potentially be on short, you bait out that shot, and normally James is so bad with the AWP. That's normally his bread and butter, so if you...
Just looking around, great presence across the map from IHC. I don't give outsiders anything for free. Haven't seen too much risk-taking from them. We see a different variation to the smoke on long now versus the one they crept through earlier on. But Flit, importantly, wins his duel, and that will certainly help. We can see the remainder of IHC focusing on A. Now, will they go fast, expecting an extra person to be on this B bomb site? It looks like that might be the case. They're in a 4v2 scenario on this bomb site. Fame in the pit's in trouble again, but they're winning their duels. Chiron trying to stay alive. Fame certainly will, and he needs to buy time for that rotation. James coming in with the FAMAS towards that long area as Annihilation goes for a safe bomb plant. Score on the site as well, so the tables turn as far as A is concerned. Now it's 4v2 in favor of outsiders. Annihilation on the AWP, but importantly, Fame is still alive in the pit, and that's going to make it really hard to win this round for IHC.
They just can't get rid of him. They've mollied it 3 times now, and he's still alive in the pit. Just biding time, and Annihilation run down. Good coordination on the retake from outsiders. They take all the time they need to get back into that A bomb site. And yeah, what a great example of the value of just having that smoke when you're in that pit position. If you can just...
Important duels won by outsiders, and now an important round lies ahead. Still being tested by IHC, and what is to come on this occasion? James changing his position up once again. Have a look at this from Fame though, in Boiler. Ooh. Chiron good enough for 2. Bomb spotted as well. IHC with a completely different pace, but surely Fame, rather than being in the pit in Boiler, it's going to change everything. James showing presence now with the AWP, and there's the free one that Fame was looking for. Bomb getting planted potentially, but Score finds himself alone. So they've really tried to change the pace at IHC, but it has not worked out for them.
And oh, wow. Score down to 18 health before extinguishing the flames. It's time to get out of there, buddy.
Sometimes it feels like an eternity pulling the grenade out in a situation such as that. IHC have always had good presence in the apartments area, apart from that one round where Fame was in Boiler, taking down the AWP. Really making that A bomb site easier to defend. Again, we're at the 1 minute mark, and IHC have got all the info they want, all the position they want. Top mid, top banana. Another variation in their smokes, and we can see Chiron getting smoked out. Forced into library position, so denial of information towards A, as IHC head towards B. That could be a very nice grenade, indeed it will be. Bliss down to 42, Score has been expired. Lovely timing, and look how deep these grenades are, really wanting to make it a suicide mission to push into this bomb site. IHC may be stuck now as James looks for something around the smoke. Kiket's here with the flank, they've solved the problem, but can they get the frags on the B bomb site? Chiron looking to nade default spot. Bomb needs to get planted fast. 12 HP, 12 seconds left now. Blitz dropped by James as he moves in to deny the bomb plant. A hero play from James, leaving Techno to maybe die after time. Chiron will put him out of his misery, and it seems that outside his... We can see a molly behind it as well. Flit lurking around. Not an easy man to frag. Seen some important duels as well. Oh, James. That was the presence in the apartments that I was looking for, and again, the adjustments continue. That's how your habits get punished in this game. Bartak's been very present in the apartments from round to round. On this occasion, he'll be punished for it.
Oh, Flit should hear these steps. They've gone through the molly. The timing allows the entry onto the site. Kicker able to get one in reply, but with that smoke down, he's going to take the man advantage and play for the retake.
I love the urgency from IHC. They understand they have to strike now. Risks have to be taken. And that 4v5 things will only get worse without that apartment presence from Bartek. Nice angle on Shane. Very scary life he's living, though. 2 HGs and a flashbang are what remains for IHC. Look at that nade, though. That's half of Kicker gone. And Score's got a great angle. Down goes Chiron. Kicker soon after as well. Beautiful from IHC. Fantastic response on the B-bomb site after losing Bartek. And James is forced to save. See if he's able to do that as the flying around comes, but this time he won't get baited. He's learned from earlier on. That's really not easy to do, to just refuse to...
Just a few split seconds where you might be able to catch a player, and I love the techno...
To like to do, James putting the smoke up again. Waiting for that smoke on long, though. And then they disengage. This is a fascinating game of CS so far. I'm very intrigued by what I'm seeing.
Yeah, outsiders do like running that 4B setup early in rounds on occasion and just heavily hammer banana and then come back to A like this. I think IHC were trying to counter it by going quick, but the timing wasn't quite right. Now they go back to B and Flit is here alone.
What are these reads from IHC? Dry swinging, but where's the trade fragger? Blitz is delayed. They must realize that it's just one player here. Flit dancing behind the smoke, but down he goes. We've got a 3-man procession heading towards banana. Blitz is going to have a lot of work to do here. There's a second one in Fame. Doesn't spot there's 2, though. Chiron was hidden the entire time. But it seems they may be disengaging once again, outsiders. Again, the B-bomb site, very expensive to try and head back into that. So many reads from both squads. This is so great to see. IHC is just showing their tactical depth and spatial awareness on this T side. These are not easy reads and decisions to make so fast.
That's beautiful from IHC. Firstly, the initial call was clearly that they wanted to quickly capitalize on A, but they realized it wasn't the right timing for it. They realized they were slightly too late. Chiron is going to get one exit kill. Might go for more. Ooh, and on the B site. It's a beautifully played round from IHC to try and get them back on track.
Got a sound cue score. Almost flanking too, but Kicker's got there just in time. The margins. Oh boy. This is just the first half of the first map of this best-of-3 series, and I'm loving what I'm seeing so far. Score lost on banana. Oh, that variance was terrifying from an outsider's point of view. But they're still alive. Jame over towards B once again, posting up. Not sure if he's been heard there. Even if they go for a double peek, someone's going to die. And that doesn't favor IHC in this current scenario. Kicker making his way towards B. Top mid has been given up. But what is the play from IHC? They've got 2 smokes only now.
Oh, they try to go dry, but now they've been spotted. Chiron can't get the initial kill, but Kicker has rotated into CT. He'll try and get away. Blitz can't hunt him down in time. Kicker going back for more, forced to go aggro, but it's the bomb on the back of Blitz here. Trapped in CT and dropped in a terrible position. Nothing for Techno to do unless he frags out here. Flit will hold it down from the A bomb site. Outsiders get themselves back into the lead.
Kicker made that extremely awkward indeed. Like being in a lift with Hawker, that was very uneasy for IHC. Quite the first half, IHC with 3 pistols out. The 2 Galils as well. They've got the armor penetration, not that one-shot ability of the AKs though. So they're going to have to graft for this round. Techno is always a fun player to watch as well. So many rounds to dodge at this juncture. If he tries to swing on Flit here, he's going to be in so much trouble. Jame with a great one through the smoke. Punishing those Tech 9s. So much pre-fire. Every 3rd shot with a tracer, of course. And when you're so close to a smoke, that can be enough to land the shot. Re-aggression as well from Flit, looking for the transfer. well then. Blitz and Annihilation remain. Now it's just Blitz, and now it's none of them. Very well dealt with by outsiders, falling back, allowing them to go to the point of no return, then resurging with the pop flash. Beautiful work.
Outsiders again, back to another comfortable round win. Is on A by the time this push is prepared.
That is that lurk smoke again, I do believe. James posted up in the library. No one heading towards it just yet. Flit's got some good angles, but there is an important trade from Score. Now Fame has that top jump to do. Look how they're just airstriking his position, but he's dodged so much of it, but there's still more coming through, and he's still standing. I'd run out of, I don't even have numbers for how many grenades just went in that position, but the Deagle will do the job finally. But realizing what the kind of problems that IHC were causing for them, changing their formation accordingly, like having Jane playing balcony / pit with the AWP in that round, and Flit found his way, was it Flit? I think it was Flit, or was it Fame? Probably Fame. They found his way into Boiler. That kind of stuff was cool. So the back and forth, but again, outsiders are also showing why they are one of the best teams in the world, with some very nice titles to their name, no less. So that's like the response that you want to see in a scenario such as this. So I think everything is in its right place for our first half of this series.
Well, unfortunately for Blitz, that is not the start he needed. Although outsiders have just got that one kill at A, and maybe Blitz was just so bold in the apartments that they're assuming he had some backup, because they're starting to come back to B. And how ballsy is this from IHC, sticking with the 4-man B stack? I love it. They stick to their calls, man. They're confident in their calls.
How far does Fame go, though, on the A-bomb site? You can see they're taking nothing for granted. And I think James is instructing Fame to find out what's happening. They've got the expendable man. They can send him to find out where the trap is, especially on a pistol round. And it seems that Flit will be doing the same towards B-bomb site, just poking and prodding. Does he go for a wrap, I wonder? Fame. The smoke comes up, the flashes are here as well, and they start to commit to this, but oh, they have shown the bomb with Kicker, and here come those frags on the CT side. Now Fame has the position to cut off this rotation, and James can do the same, but does this does leave them low on personnel now, as it's a 4 versus 2, with the bomb rotating, yes, to an A-bomb site, but they'll have to land these headshots as well.
Look at the pack mentality from IHC running in together. Fame only has the Glock. He gets one. Kicker comes in from the other side. Oh, it's an absolute annihilation. A crossfire into top mid. It looked like IHC had everything going their way, but outsiders. And what a recovery from outsiders.
Wonderful sandwich towards the end. Kicker coming through. One of his teammates falls. He can collect the rifle later. I'll have a CZ on the T side. But the Tech 9 is very powerful indeed. Well, Flit's gonna try and make his way. He ran into a brick wall though, figuratively and literally.
Oh.
Kicker's in trouble as well. Starters, you mean to proceed, say IHC on their first buy round. A solid 5 versus 3, barely taking any damage. It's Chiron's turn to raise the urgency, but he'll lose his duel to Techno as well. So we have a Galil and a Tech 9 remaining. There are some flashes. Techno's here by double stack. And he knows there are players around the corner, but they are being melted. Dropping one by one. Skewered marshmallow. Overpass. And Inferno not necessarily so much, but we did see one in the first pistol run, I do believe. Anyway, Annihilation sees the barrel of the gun. Blew his load a bit early there. That'll leave people disappointed. Sub 1 minute mark now. And it seems outsiders will head towards the B-bomb site where 2 players reside.
And Blitz still has a full set of utility here. 40 seconds remaining. That smoke will be deployed. Outsiders could wait this out. Ooh, they just dropped the bomb, and there's a gap for Blitz to play with. He set that up himself, but he started spamming. Low on ammo now, so outsiders will decide this could be their opportunity. Maybe not, though, because Blitz has got one from CT, and now there's a boost at the ready. Techno lying in wait, hoping someone appears in his crosshair, and 2 players go down at the hands of Techno. That bomb firmly dropped on the bomb site, finally recovered, but Chiron needs to get it planted. 4 seconds, he finally punches in the digits, but there's simply not enough time. James has to get out of there. Annihilation. The balls on this man to take that peek. Almost got rewarded for it. Elsewhere, banana control also being established by the CTs. They're pushing fully into banana. Look at the response from outsiders. They're going to lean over towards A themselves. I don't think they want to take that side of the map yet. Going to keep their cool. Maybe wait out this utility and try and take back banana. They know these players are trapped on that left side, and nade goes in. Oh, it's uncomfortable now for IHC.
Blitz has an incendiary. Maybe that helps the squad. This is wasting time for outsiders as well. I say wasting time, there's a minute on the clock, so that's plenty of time as far as outsiders are concerned. They have been able to rescue some of their players, but Techno may fall to the barbecue, forced into the open. And there is the entry frag they were looking for. Bartak's the only man with a smoke grenade at this point, and he's over towards the A bomb site, so things become difficult now for IHC, as outsiders will be just processing this information as they decide where they want to go. An exchange of utility, 30 seconds on the clock. Bomb heading back toward mid. Annihilation on short with the AWP. Trying to dodge this utility. Wants to be able to fall back into the site now, as we're going to see a number of players swinging on shot. That's some big info. Molly dropped as well. HG behind it. Bartak going under the balcony as they try to make their way through. Great crossfire. Now we've got swings from long as well, but this is falling to pieces for outsiders. And James remains. This team only have one kill in this round as IHC will move to 10.
Really good timing on that incendiary, and that's not even a... You saw the disruption it caused. I mean, just look at how outsiders were trying to enter this site.
How do outsiders adjust? How do they process the information they've taken? Have a look at the apartments. We've got a two-man push from Bartak and Annihilation. Vibes of vintage Fnatic in the apps. They can change their formation as well. Outsiders were forced to do it a number of times in the first half. IHC doing it by choice.
Nice retake utility onto banana. Very common at the pro level. And it is also fairly common to have this AWP. You've got to be ready to deal with it. And wow, Bartak was waiting in the wings, but Fame deals with the two-man setup perfectly. And now with this pressure he's put towards A, the rest of outsiders will try and come back to B. But IHC haven't budged here. And again, they also have some counter utility as smoke will go down at just the right time.
Score, does he drop off? Is he good for a second? He's got a smoke, but he hasn't got time to pull it out though. Blitz and Score are dropped. Now, we saw outsiders would just disengage on their CT side in a situation such as this, and you would imagine that IHC will have to as well. Annihilation fishing for a free frag. I don't know that he'll find it though. And despite all the money they've got in the bank, you don't want to be throwing the good money after the bad. This round, in most cases, is lost. Although, it's almost like they're trying to catch somebody off guard because they should be saving here. But maybe they're thinking twice about their money. Now, surely with that smoke up, they should start heading out.
Oh, I love this.
Oh my God, you can't be serious. He's got a kill as well. They're going to post up for him. The body block. I can't believe it. Oh, he came off the bomb. I think he came off the bomb. Oh, he came off the bomb! He might have done it. He looked down too far. He was trying to hide his head, and he came off the bomb.
Close, but man. I mean, outsiders now, they're not going to have much money in the map. He is very vulnerable right now. Even though Blitz has this utility he can put down, hopefully now that he's put that smoke down, IHC, I think, have to consider giving him some assistance. Oh, they're actually peeking into top mid on the CT side. They're getting the info, and they're looking for this fast rotate to help Blitz out. And he's got another smoke. Now they can get established onto this B site in plenty of time with more utility arriving.
Oh, kicker through the smoke.
Oh.
L is collapsing. He's done so much. Blitz as well, and that is a dramatic change of events. A beautiful spray through the smoke from kicker. And now Chiron comes back, and Techno's here on the flank, trying to transfer. Is this Rio going to get punished by Jame? Indeed it is. Back and forth we go. Bomb planted. Bartak and Score remain. Kicker's been dropped. They know where Jame is roughly, but where is Fame? That is the question. Holding an angle from Dark. There's no utility in the hands of IHC. They're going to have to do this the hard way, creeping forward. Now the information is known. Bartak knows that Jame is to his left and Fame is to his right. Edging forward, he's found himself a Molotov. He can try and take this fight with the cover if he can. Win the duel, indeed he can. Jame around the corner now. Bartek's got a defuse kit, but not enough time to solve both problems.
Man, IHC did everything right in that round up until the point.
Oh, genius, because a lot of people are gonna spray an angle for the corner of CT, if you will, or maybe towards Coffin or something like that. But it's very...
With that Tech 9, would be a bad weapon for the job if there were to be fights here. Slowly but surely, Outsiders finally using some of their utility. IHC, again, are holding on to a lot of nades, though. If they can coordinate this right in the late round, they could be in good shape. Again, Blitz trying to use that one way, but he's still got another full set of nades to work with. And the bomb is still undecided here with 25 seconds.
Blit going fishing, indiscriminate spray through the smoke. But here's the push scene from Bartek now. He's got a one-way himself. Trying to hop up over the bike. The Molotov will land and force him away from his position. 10 seconds as they try to make their way from short. The bomb top mid now has got nowhere else to go, and they're going to have to fall back and save in this scenario. 2 rifles in the Tech 9 just couldn't find a way.
Ground. They hadn't got any control towards the site. Again, credit to IHC. They're playing this slow style well. Let's see if they're ready for Flip, though, between the flames. They have to be ready, but they didn't expect him because of those mollies they put onto Banana. Overlooking that prospect, and Flip makes them pay early.
Could see a second smoke grenade on the floor for Blitz. I do wonder, though, if a HE was to come to that direction, that smoke would disappear. It would be miles away. But with the minutes on the clock, he's got 2 smokes to deploy. Need to ensure they don't get left in an awkward position with them, though. Annihilation lurking on short with the AWP. There's the first smoke. Second one has been collected by Blitz. Won't be disappearing. Again with the one-way. Oh, Flit's got to be careful here. Oh, he's heard the tagging. Still alive, though. Down goes Flit, and surely it's the go. Come on, they have to be fast on A, but Annihilation catches 2 of them, and that's plenty of information. 30 seconds on the clock. 2 Outsiders players remain. There's Jame jumping to his doom. Techno can buy time now as Fame tries to find an angle, but the rotation's coming in from long. The flashes as well. He is... If they don't plant a bomb, they lose. That is the small sample size we have thus far, but again, this could be an anomalous round. Every smoke has just enough of a gap here for IHC. Giving themselves, but that's great to see. They give themselves as much edge as they can in that respect.
Ooh, Annihilation blinded, needs help from Bartek, who's only able to get 1. The nades do what they needed to, get that player out of the pit, and now they can focus towards the site itself. Fame has just run them over. They didn't spot Fame crossing, and that is all that's needed in this round. IHC down in a 2v4. Do they even go for this?
The rounds you can't make sense of, that are the ones that'll catch you. They've got some money, IHC. They don't want Outsiders on match point, but what can they really do about it? Score versus 4. 3 of them are very heavily tagged. He doesn't have a kit. Surely he doesn't go for this.
I mean, I guess you got the money, but like you can't win the round. Let's be real. Oh, a kill or a death in all those rounds put together, which is mental. It is Outsiders looking good now, looking to try and take this first map over the line. It's been a hell of a fight between these two on this first map. IHC need to bounce back, and the flash is fantastic. Fame stepping up in these crucial moments.
Beautiful flash. Picture perfect, inch perfect, if you will. Exactly what they kind of advantage they needed. Putting IHC on the back foot. Now looking to break their back. 4 players remain for IHC. Still trying to be proactive. But even rotating is such a gamble now. Leaving 1 player on a bomb site. Risks must be taken, and Outsiders have got the time to allow IHC to take those risks and try and punish them for it. Still with 2 players on long, 2 players on B. That rotation surely doesn't come fast enough. And they're going in for the dry entries as well, catching him with the grenades in the hand. Techno is blind, and he's blind again. The chain flashes. It might have been a team flash even. Down goes score as well. This could be the end of the line now. Indeed, it will be. The urgency will be punishing, leaving Blitz in a 1 versus 5. Outsiders just around the corner from this